God's advice today. Have you ever felt that God is trying to speak to you, yet in the busyness of life, His signs go unnoticed? This message invites you to pause, reflect, and open your heart. Perhaps this is exactly what you needed to hear today. Watch until the end with openness, and if these words touch you, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell to receive more messages like this. Don't forget to check the pinned comment for a 1-minute prayer and a recommended message to help strengthen your faith even more. God said, "My son, listen with total surrender, for in this very moment all of heaven leans down to speak to your heart, and I do not speak to you merely to touch your emotions, but to transform your inner being in an irreversible way." Many do not understand, but you did not arrive at this message by accident. You were brought by my own hands, guided by the breath of my spirit, because something is happening right now in the spiritual realm that requires you to hear this word before the door I prepared for you manifests in the natural. For with God nothing shall be impossible. Luke chapter 1 verse 37, and this truth now descends upon your soul like fire, dissolving the fog of fear, doubt, and that deceptive feeling that nothing changes. Are you ready for a deep change in your life and in the lives of those you love? Sometimes all we need is a small step of faith to open the doors of abundance, peace, and the blessings that God has already reserved for us. A simple 1-minute prayer can be the beginning of a spiritual journey that transforms the inside and reflects on the outside. If you desire to attract more light, balance, and prosperity, both spiritual and material, click on the link in the first comment. There, you will find a simple practice, guided with love, that can help you connect more deeply with the divine presence in your life. Hear me, as you breathe these words, angels are moving in your favor, ancient walls begin to crumble, chains that held you captive are breaking, and paths that were closed begin to align before you. Many believe your life is standing still, that your days are repeating in silence, but I tell you, only I know what is about to happen to you. Today I invade your heart with revelation, light, and truth, removing the shadows that exhausted you. Prepare yourself, my son, because what is coming will surpass everything you once asked for, imagined, or even dared to hope for. I have seen the silent weight you carry on your shoulders, a weight no one notices because on the outside you are strong, but inside you fight battles that only I know. You tried to be strong so many times, holding back tears that burned behind your eyes, hiding screams that echoed only inside your heart. But I was there on every night when you asked yourself if life really had a purpose, if all your effort would one day be rewarded, if you would ever feel genuine joy again. Today I tell you, with my own voice, your story did not end where pain wounded you. I saw when you looked at that little corner of your home that holds so many memories and wondered if colorful days would return. Yes, my son, they will return. Life did not take from you what I promised to restore multiplied. You were not created to live crushed by what hurt you, but to witness how I turn deserts into fountains, tears into laughter, anguish into renewal. Something enormous is coming your way, not because you deserve it, but because I love you. Do not let fear convince you that you are alone, because I walk with you even on the days when you think you cannot take another step. For I am the Lord your God who takes hold of your right hand and says to you, "Do not fear, I will help you." Isaiah chapter 41 verse 13. I held you when you trembled with insecurity, I embraced you when no one noticed your pain, I gave you strength when your heart was weak. Today I declare over you a restoration that surpasses all human logic. That which wounded you deeply will be the very thing that reveals my power in your life. I am healing old wounds, memories that imprisoned you for years, memories you tried to bury but still bled. I am removing the root of sadness, breaking the cycle of anguish, restoring your identity. You will see that the pain that once broke you will become the testimony that lifts you before many. Do not fear, for I am with you in this process. Comment: in the battles of life, I rest in the care and faithfulness of God. My son, you have been asking for answers, crying out for signs, and seeking direction with a weary heart, and today I tell you with eternal authority, nothing you said was ignored, no tear fell to the ground without me collecting it, no hidden thought failed to reach my heart. I brought you to this exact moment because your soul needed urgent renewal, it needed to breathe hope again. There are blessings that were being held back, waiting only for the perfect time, and that time has come. While you think everything is motionless, I am moving people, opportunities, paths, and circumstances to favor you in such a precise way that you will realize nothing is coincidence, everything is divine care. I am preparing encounters that will change your path, connections no one could foresee, doors that will open as if they were designed exclusively for you. And when you least expect it, something grand will touch your life, so grand that you will fall to your knees not out of despair, but out of gratitude, because you will know it was my hand that sustained you, it was my love that guarded you, it was my faithfulness that honored you. I now lead you into a new cycle, a new season, and a dawn filled with promise and victory, because I, your God, have not failed you and will never fail you. Did you know that there is an effective method to attract greater financial prosperity? This technique can help transform your deep-seated beliefs and change the way you perceive reality. It had a profound impact on my life, and we would like to invite you to explore this special practice. When we trust that God wants to act in our lives, we gain the courage to ask Him directly. God desires to bless each of us in a unique and wonderful way. That's why it's important to seek His blessings with faith and confidence, believing that He has a special plan for you. If you would like to support our work and the team dedicated to bringing content that inspires and transforms, we invite you to check out our product. The link is available in the first comment, so you can discover how this technique can also help you on your journey. Your contribution helps us continue sharing messages that make a difference. We deeply appreciate your trust and support. My son, I see the exhaustion you try so hard to hide, even from yourself. I see that silent weariness that grows on days when you look strong on the outside but fight invisible battles within. I know those nights when, even surrounded by people, you felt as though you carried the weight of the world alone. But hear me, not a single one of your struggles goes unnoticed by my eyes. I am moving heaven in your favor. My hands have already sent angels to open paths that once seemed blocked, to shield your life from attacks you never even perceived. There are divine interventions happening right now, dismantling traps, reversing losses, restoring what you believed was forever gone. Everything that once served to wound you will now become the very platform that lifts you higher. Those who doubted you will witness what I am about to unfold in your story. I am aligning your steps with my purpose, connecting moments and movements that will guide you exactly where I want you to be. Do not fear the winds that blow. They were never meant to destroy you, but to carry you toward the destiny I prepared with love. Trust, my son, for nothing you face is meaningless. Comment: I rest in God's protection, for He fights the battles I cannot see. Remember the promise I wrote for you, for I know the plans I have for you, plans of peace and not of harm, plans to give you a future and a hope. Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 11. Today I declare with divine authority that the plans I have prepared for you are far greater than any wound your past ever caused. You are not defined by the pain you endured, but by the purpose I am shaping inside of you. I am removing the burdens that pressed against your soul, breaking invisible chains that tied you to old memories, and tearing down the barriers that prevented your joy from flourishing. My Spirit visits you in this very moment, touching hidden places of your heart that remained closed for years. In the coming days, you will feel an extraordinary transformation, a peace that makes no sense to the world, a strength that does not come from your own efforts, and a hope that burns like a living flame within your chest. I am renewing your mind, restoring your relationships, reorganizing your environment and opening doors that would not move before. My touch is shaping your future, rebuilding what seemed ruined beyond repair. Walk with confidence, for I am writing something entirely new. Comment, I stand firm on God's promise, knowing His plan for me is peace and hope. My son, I know exactly how long you have been waiting. I know the dreams you placed on hold because of heartbreak. I know the promises that seemed too distant to believe in again. But today, with my eternal voice, I declare, the season of waiting is ending. The delays are breaking. What has been stagnant will begin to move. Doors that remained shut for years will finally open. A flow of grace is being released over areas of your life that felt dry and lifeless. My Spirit is sending a wave of renewal, bringing answers that were ready long ago but were held for the perfect moment. You are stepping into a season of restitution, where everything that was taken from you, your joy, your confidence, your peace, your strength, will be returned in double measure. You will not be shamed. You will not be forgotten. You will not be overlooked. I am rewriting endings, reversing verdicts, and placing honor where there once was pain. Those who doubted you will witness my glory upon your life. Your story will not end at the point of your wound, but at the point of my promise. What begins now will shift your entire destiny. Comment, I believe in divine restoration. God is returning everything meant for me. My son, hold this eternal truth deep within your soul, and the God of all grace, who called you to His eternal glory in Christ, after you have suffered a little while, will Himself restore, confirm, strengthen, and establish you. 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 10. Every word in this promise is alive over you at this very moment. None of your suffering was wasted. Not one tear fell without being collected by my loving hands. The days of pain became seeds planted in spiritual soil, and now I am causing miracles to bloom where sorrow once lived. I am elevating your emotional foundation, expanding your spiritual strength, and reinforcing your faith. I myself will restore you with my love, confirm you with my presence, strengthen you with my power, and establish you in places you never imagined stepping into. Soon you will look back and say, "Now I understand, Lord." Soon you will realize that nothing was lost, everything was preparation. I turn suffering into maturity, tears into victory, and wounds into testimonies. What I am building in you cannot be shaken. My son, today I declare with heavenly authority, a new time is dawning over you. This is not merely a change of days, it is a change of destiny. From this moment on, your soul will find rest where there was confusion, your heart will find healing where there were wounds, and your life will gain direction where uncertainty once stood. I am restoring your vision, widening your horizons, and opening the heavens over your home. Miracles will begin to fall like gentle rain on dry ground, bringing life to what seemed motionless. You will feel my presence in deeper and unexpected ways, ways you have never experienced before. I will send the right people, at the right time, with the right words. I will open doors no one can close, and I will close doors that no longer serve you. My light will chase away every shadow and illuminate your path with divine clarity. Go forward, my son. Step boldly. Live the new season I prepared with tenderness and purpose. Nothing will stop you, for when I am with you, no force of darkness can prevail. Comment, I walk with confidence in the new season God has opened for me. My beloved child, listen closely, for as you open your heart to these words, I am moving in your life in ways that transcend your understanding. What has weighed on your spirit, what has troubled your mind, and what has made your soul feel tired is being dismantled now, not tomorrow, not eventually, now, in this very moment as you hear my voice rise within you. I am shaking the foundations of every spiritual and material structure that has tried to collapse over you, not to bring you fear, but to remove every burden that was never meant to remain. My servant Michael, the warrior who fights on your behalf, is already surrounding your home, your family, your work, and every dream you have dared to hold inside your heart. Nothing formed against you will stand, for I am the one guarding your life. And hear me, what you thought was lost forever, what others declared impossible to recover, I am bringing back, not as it was, but transformed, refined, restored, and aligned with my purpose for you. I never return anything in the broken state in which it was taken. I return it multiplied, strengthened, and whole, for every return from my hand carries the weight of my glory. Receive this word that flows from my heart to yours, for my breath is upon it. Signs will begin to appear before your eyes, not grand or overwhelming, but small, precise, unmistakable confirmations that I, the Lord of heaven, am speaking directly to you. This moment is not random, nor is this message accidental. It is a decree sent from my throne, shaped for you, marked with your name, filled with the answers you have prayed for in silence. I love you far more deeply than you can imagine. I chose you before you even understood what choosing meant. I have been lifting you when no one saw your shaking knees. I have been your invisible strength when fear tried to drown your courage. And today, I declare this promise over your life: sorrow will no longer reign in your dwelling. Unexpected blessings are already on their way to you, blessings carrying a joy you believed you would never feel again. I am entering your home right now. I walk into every room where discouragement settled. I breathe life into corners where shadows lingered. I tear down spiritual agreements, words spoken against you, hidden envy, silent opposition, and every dark assignment aimed at your peace. Nothing withstands my command, for when I rise, every enemy flees, and when I speak, disorder must bow. Feel this truth as it enters you. Feel the weight dissolving, the heaviness breaking apart like mist under the morning sun. Let your spirit recognize the release I am giving you. Your breathing becomes lighter because my peace is resting upon you. This peace does not come from the world, nor from the embrace of any human being. It is the peace only I can give, the peace that silences storms, the peace that guards your future, the peace that rebuilds what was fractured within you. Your tomorrow will not be filled with fear, nor with losses, nor with the bitterness of repeated disappointments. Your tomorrow is being shaped with testimonies that will not only lift your spirit but will also lift those who hear your story. And even now, while you absorb these words, I am touching your body. I know the hidden pains you could not name. I know the anxiety that rose without warning, the heartbeat that raced at night, the sleepless hours that left you exhausted. I am entering your cells, your organs, your mind, and your emotions. My healing power flows through you like a river that cleanses and renews. Where I enter, sickness cannot stay. Where I reign, death loses its grip and life bursts forth with strength. I am also visiting your finances, not as a distant observer but as the one who holds all provision in his hand. I have seen the bills stacked in silence. I have heard the sighs you hid from others. I have watched you calculate, hope, worry, and pray with weary eyes. But hear me, where you see a wall, I see a passage. I am unlocking resources that were blocked. I am aligning people, opportunities, and solutions that seemed unreachable. This is not exaggeration, not spiritual fantasy, not wishful thinking. This is the reality of heaven manifesting in your life. I brought you here because today marks a turning point. If you believe, if you receive, if you remain close to me, nothing will ever look the same again. And I tell you something sacred, do not negotiate your faith. Do not let the blessing I release today take you away from my presence tomorrow. The greatest gift I give you is not money, not health, not opportunities, it is myself. I am your treasure. I am your source. I am the wealth that never diminishes, the stability that never shakes, the abundance that never runs dry. Stay with me, walk with me, seek me above all, and you will never be empty. I am breaking inherited chains that have followed your family line for generations. I am silencing words that wounded your identity and limited your potential. I am entering the depths of your spiritual lineage and releasing your name from every history of pain and scarcity. My voice echoes through your story like thunder splitting the sky. Where there was confusion, I establish clarity. Where there was chaos, I give direction. Where there were shadows, I release light. I am removing every spiritual weight that dragged behind you like an invisible anchor. I am replacing heaviness with strength, fear with confidence, doubt with boldness. I walk through your home, leaving my presence in every corner, on the walls, in the air, upon your bed, over your doorways. And everything that once brought heaviness begins to shift. Every lingering shadow breaks before my light. Every hidden resistance dissolves in my authority. What was closed begins to open. What was stagnant begins to move. What was dark begins to brighten. These are not poetic promises, they are spiritual realities now unfolding in the unseen realm, soon to become visible in your everyday life. Stay with me until the end of this moment. Do not rush away from what I am doing. Let these words settle into the deepest part of your being, for they are shaping atmospheres around you. The heavens are pouring over your life right now. Not symbolically, truly. My presence descends like rain upon thirsty ground. I have not only brought you to this message, I have drawn you with intention. I have pulled your spirit toward this encounter because today something supernatural activates inside you. Chains fall. Doors open. Veils lift. Strength rises. Hope awakens. Faith ignites. I speak with my authority. The season you have entered is not like the ones before. This is the season where what once resisted you now clears your path, where what once delayed you now accelerates, where what once weakened you now strengthens your foundation. You did not come here because of coincidence. You came because I called you. And now, my beloved child, breathe. This encounter is shaping your destiny. This moment is sowing seeds that will grow into testimonies that shift not only your life but your entire household. The transformation I begin in you will touch your family, your home, your generation, and those connected to you. Nothing in your story stays the same when my hand intervenes. I am rewriting chapters you believed were closed. I am redeeming memories you thought were wasted. I am illuminating paths you could not see. I am restoring the joy that grief tried to bury. I am awakening dreams that fear tried to suffocate. And I tell you this, you are not a mistake, you are not forgotten, you are not unseen. You are mine. You are chosen. You are loved beyond measure. The heavens themselves bear witness to this moment, this divine interruption, this holy realignment, this sacred turning point. Remain here with me. Let my presence continue its work. For what starts now will echo through the rest of your days, and nothing, nothing, will take from you what I am establishing in your life today. This is the hour of fulfillment, the moment when promises long whispered in the dark begin to bloom in the light. For years you believed that breakthroughs were for others, that miracles happened only in stories, that favor was something you admired from afar. But now I tell you, what you heard, you will live, what you thought belonged to others, I am placing into your hands. This promise is yours. I have watched you through every chapter of your story, your family, your lineage, every tear-stained prayer, every night you felt unseen. I made you promises, do you remember? And in your exhaustion, you thought I had forgotten, that your mistakes had erased my plans, that perhaps your worthiness had expired. But look at me now. My child, I do not lie. I do not retract what I speak. My words are not fragile. What I said about you still stands as firmly as the day I spoke it. Hell itself cannot overturn it. Time cannot erase it. Envy cannot corrupt it. No curse can break it. What I have written over your life is sealed in the heavens, fixed upon my throne. No one, and I say no one, can cancel what I decreed for you. I saw you when you thought you had wasted your years. I saw the moment you believed opportunities had walked away forever, when you whispered in the dark, Lord, is it too late for me? And now I answer you, no, it is not too late. I am the God of divine surprises. When everything appears lost, I carve pathways in deserts. I make water spring forth in barren ground. I make the impossible fertile. I revive dreams that were buried. I reconstruct projects that you mourned as dead. Yes, look at me, I rebuild families, I heal emotions, I restore joy, I bring life where there was none. And if you can recognize yourself in these words, speak it boldly, God is lifting me. I am accelerating processes, reducing waiting seasons, advancing what was delayed. I am releasing contracts, reconciliations, inner healings, and a restoration unlike anything you have ever experienced. The era of your hidden sorrow ends here. I am burying a cycle of pain. Farewell to sleepless nights, silent tears, and questions without answers. Remember when you asked me, why me, Lord? Look now, those doors that seemed forever sealed are opening before you. And these are not small doors, child. They are doors of blessing, honor, and double restitution. I will not merely return what was taken, I will return it with increase, with glory, with multiplication. People will look at your life and wonder, what happened here? And your answer will be simple, God. Only God could have done this. It is time to stop living limited. You were not born to survive, you were born to live abundantly, to sit at my table, to drink from the cup I myself filled for you. Stop asking for crumbs of affection, crumbs of attention, crumbs of hope. Do not accept a life of emotional, spiritual, or financial begging. I am the one who lifts you up, even before those who tried to bury your name. And the shame you endured will be replaced with honor. Where there was silence, there will be songs of joy. Where there were tears, there will be laughter. Where there were losses, there will be restitution. For I am God, and I fulfill my promises. I honor those who remain, who believe, who refuse to let go of my hand even when everything looks lost. And now, my child, stay here. Do not withdraw from this moment. Open your spirit like a vessel ready to be filled. Share this word not as a habit but as an act of faith, for someone else needs to hear me through you today. Speak it aloud. I believe, I receive, I take possession. Heaven is moving in your favor. And do you know who stands at the front line of your battle? Michael, my archangel, with his flaming sword. He is guarding your walls. He is sealing your gates. The house is yours, but the protection is mine. The life is yours, but the control is mine. The dreams belong to your heart, but the miracle belongs to me. Now rest, because the war is no longer yours. I am the one who fights for you. You have carried the weight of many battles alone, thinking you needed to understand every step, thinking you needed to be strong when all you wanted to do was collapse. But from now on, you will witness what it means for me to take over, for me to be your shield, your defender, your covering. The blessings I have prepared for you do not run out, the well of my goodness does not dry. I am releasing something powerful upon you, a word that will be balm to your wounded heart, healing the deepest layers of your emotions. Make space. Something great is coming, something only I could orchestrate. You will look back and say, it was worth the wait. It was worth believing. Because what I am preparing for you cannot be compared to the pain you endured. It cannot be measured against the nights of restlessness, the tears that soaked your pillow, the doubts that wrestled with your faith. This is the moment of my surprises. I am resurrecting what you buried, calling back to life what you believed was gone forever. The desires you abandoned, the promises you assumed were forgotten, I am touching them, breathing upon them, commanding them to stand again. For I am God, and I turn impossibilities into testimonies. Speak it, claim it, this is for me. You are not merely my creation, you are my child, the bearer of my imprint, the one who carries my seal. And my promises never die. My word does not expire. What I speak does not get lost in the passage of time. I know how tired you have felt. I know how heavy the burden became. I watched you when you said, Lord, if it is your will, give me strength to continue, because I don't know what else to do. And do you know what I did, child? I sent my angels. They supported you when no one else was aware. I lifted you with invisible arms. I held you when your strength failed. You matter to me more than you imagine. Your life is a story I authored, and I will not allow it to end in defeat or despair. I did not guide you through valleys of shadow to abandon you at the edge of your breakthrough. I did not mold you with purpose just to watch you collapse under pressure. Every ounce of pain had a purpose. Every battle shaped you. Every tear watered seeds of miracles you had yet to see. You thought I was silent, but I was working. You thought I was distant, but I was closer than your breath. Now I am bringing you into a season of visibility, of answers, of divine completion. So let your heart rest in me now. Let every fear dissolve. Let every lie of unworthiness fall away. Let every doubt lose its voice. Because I am lifting you into a place you could never have reached by your own strength. I am restoring honor, rebuilding identity, renewing purpose, and breathing fresh winds into your soul. You will taste the sweetness of redemption. You will walk in rooms that were once closed to you. You will receive what generations before you could not obtain. And when people ask how you rose, how you healed, how you overcame, your story will glorify me. For I am the God who rescues, who transforms, who fulfills, who completes what he begins. Believe it. Receive it. Take possession of it. This word is for you, my beloved child, and I will bring it to pass. There were moments when you thought I had forgotten you, when the desires buried deep within you felt too old, too distant, or too impossible to ever be revived. But hear me, child, I am the God who resurrects what you assumed was lost forever. The dreams you thought were gone, the promises you believed had expired, the hopes you silenced because they hurt too much to hold on to, I am breathing life into them again. I am touching the places that felt numb and awakening what was lying dormant beneath the surface. Nothing I have spoken over you can be erased by time or circumstance. My word does not expire. My promises do not die. When I declare something over your life, it becomes part of your destiny, part of your identity, part of the reason you were formed in your mother's womb. You are not just my creation, you are my child, marked with my imprint and sealed with my eternal love. And because you are mine, nothing that belongs to you can be permanently taken, delayed beyond my purpose, or destroyed by the enemy's attempts. What you thought was over is being revived. What you believed was silent is being awakened. This is the moment of my divine surprises, the season when you will witness me turning impossibilities into testimonies that will astonish even you. I have watched you closely in your heaviest moments, when your strength was nearly gone and your heart whispered prayers that you didn't think reached heaven. I saw the night you said, Lord, if this is your will, give me strength to continue, because I don't know what else to do. And child, I did not ignore that cry, I moved on your behalf. I sent my angels to stand beside you even when you felt alone. I lifted you with arms that no one could see. I carried you when your knees were trembling under the weight of everything you tried to hold together. Nothing in your journey escaped my attention. Nothing was too small or too painful for me to care about. You matter to me far more deeply than you realize. I have written your story with intentionality, with purpose, with divine timing woven into every chapter. And I will not allow your story to end in defeat, confusion, or despair. If I led you through valleys, it was not to abandon you there, it was to strengthen you for the mountain I always intended for you to climb. If I allowed battles, it was because I knew what they would produce within you. Every hardship shaped your character. Every setback watered seeds of miracles you had yet to see. Every tear built a bridge to the breakthrough now rising before you. You thought I was silent, but I was working. You thought I was absent, but I was closer than your own breath. You are entering a season where what was once hidden will come into visibility. The answers you longed for will begin unfolding. The pieces that never made sense will come together with divine clarity. The doors that remained shut despite your efforts will open, not by your strength, but by my command. I am completing things in this season, fulfilling promises that seemed delayed, and aligning events with precision only heaven could orchestrate. Allow your heart to rest now. Release the fear, the doubt, the heaviness. You no longer need to carry the burden of, how will this happen, or, when will this change, because I am taking you to a place you could never reach by your own effort. I am releasing a restoration that goes deeper than surface healing. I am rebuilding what was broken inside you, renewing your identity, and reminding you of who you truly are, a beloved child of the Almighty, crafted with intention and assigned with destiny. Everything the enemy whispered to make you feel unworthy, insignificant, or forgotten is losing its power now. My voice is louder. My truth is stronger. My love is deeper. And I am rewriting the narrative you once believed about yourself. You will taste redemption in ways you never thought possible. There are blessings prepared for you that generations before you could not obtain, but you will walk in them because I have chosen you for this time. I am opening environments that were once inaccessible. I am placing you in rooms where your name will be spoken with honor, not because of your achievements, but because of what I am doing through you. I am restoring dignity where you felt diminished. I am giving back joy where sorrow lived for too long. I am strengthening you in places where you once felt fragile. What felt like the end for you will become the beginning of a testimony that glorifies my name. When people look at your life and ask how you healed, how you rose, how you overcame what should have broken you, your answer will point back to me. For I am the God who rescues, who transforms, who redeems, who completes, who fulfills, and who never leaves anything incomplete. Nothing concerning you is forgotten. Nothing is too late. Nothing is impossible when placed in my hands. So breathe again, child. Let my peace settle into the corners of your soul. I am lifting the burdens you carried alone. I am restoring the passion you thought was gone. I am renewing the strength that drained from you in seasons of battle. I am reviving visions that once fueled your spirit. This is not the end. This is the beginning of the unfolding of everything I promised you. I am aligning divine connections, opportunities, relationships, and resources that will support what I am building within you. You will no longer walk carrying questions that torment your heart. Instead, you will move forward with confidence rooted not in yourself, but in my promise. This is a season of divine acceleration where years of waiting will be replaced by rapid transformation. You will see answers come in ways that leave you speechless, for they will be undeniably the work of my hand. Do not fear what is ahead. Do not question whether you are worthy. I am leading you step by step into a future filled with my goodness, my favor, and my purpose. Everything I have spoken over you, everything I have whispered to your spirit in moments of prayer, everything I have planted in your heart through dreams and visions, I will bring it to pass. My child, receive this word as truth anchored in eternity. Believe it not because you feel ready, but because I am faithful. Take possession of it not because you see the evidence yet, but because my promise is already active in the unseen. You are stepping into a divine fulfillment that has been prepared long before you understood its meaning. I have gone before you, I walk beside you, and I cover you with a love that will never run dry. This word is for you, my beloved child, and nothing will stop what I have begun. Trust me. Rest in me. Walk in confidence, for I am bringing everything to completion in my perfect time, and that time is now. With love, God. I hope this message has been an inspiration to you. If it touched your heart, write Amen in the comments and share it with someone who also needs to hear this word. I invite you to click on the first comment, where you will find a special prayer and a suggestion to strengthen your spiritual journey. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to receive more inspiring content like this. See you tomorrow.